this is a bracket. And as you can see, we got already Barbarian with 11 points, 0 lows. That's
12
very...
points? Should it be 12 points?
Yes, 12. Yes, I told 11 because I'm newbie in English, as you already know. And 0 loss for Barbarian. This is strange.
Yeah, it's still unbeaten in... It didn't get beaten in either of the first Davis Cups either, did it?
Yeah, it didn't. And Illuminati 9 points, 3 lows already. Yeah.
It lost one game to... In all games it played, right? No, it lost 2 to Juggernaut.
Yes, 2 versus Juggernaut. And the interesting part of the Group A will be the capacity of Illuminati to get 1 point against Barbarian.
Maybe. I don't expect it.
Okay.
Maybe. But neither will Juggernaut probably. So...
Yeah.
It's definitely it's always a possibility with Barbarian to go through a tournament undefeated. I mean, in the Fan Crazy tournament, it had a bunch of losses, including to Illuminati and Promi.
Exactly, yeah.
But Fan Crazy is just a very, as the name says, it's a map that's very strange and very random. So stuff like that can happen, especially because Barbarian isn't really made for that map. It's more made for standard maps. But it does work on many different kinds of maps that most guys don't work on either. So yeah, it's we can definitely say that Barbarian is without a doubt the best AI that exists. There's no question about that. Everyone agrees, and that's why the games against it are always one-sided, because it is the best AI by quite some margin. It's a lot better than even the second best AI. And well, better than Illuminati too. And Illuminati is, I would say, third or fourth best.
Yeah, it finished as the third place in the Davis Cup Season 2, and it's probably the AI which would be able to get 1 point to Barbarian in this group.
In this group, definitely. And yeah, I don't know. I guess Promi can sometimes get a game off of it. The Horde, I'm not sure if it's possible that the Horde can win. But every other AI basically has close to no chance.
Yeah. And we will have a look on Barbarian against Juggernaut, because
actually, have you tested Barbarian versus Yggdrasil?
Barbarian versus Yggdrasil. Well, the 3 versus 3 can be very interesting between those two AIs.
I could imagine that Yggdrasil can snatch a win of it sometimes.
Well, it can really depend on the civilization in the pocket position. With Aztec as pocket, Yggdrasil can be really strong. And I didn't test much against Barbarian, but I remember Barbarian having won, but after having been in a very bad shape, and it could have turned at the advantage of Yggdrasil. So Yggdrasil can maybe do something on one game at least, but Barbarian would win anyway, 3-1 or at least 4-0. But Yggdrasil can give some fun against Barbarian, I think.
Yeah, I think if you we already know that there's a bunch of things that can still be improved in Yggdrasil. Like that, it has some serious flaws still. That if they're kind of ironed out, then Yggdrasil can be a lot stronger than it is, and I think it could potentially also beat Barbarian.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna get into the games. Give me your IP.
Okay. Oh yes, I didn't give you my IP. That's true. It's always the same IP anyway, but
yeah, that's true. I could probably just say that.
okay, it's given in XChat.
Yep.
I'll set the game while you enter my IP.
All right, we can start.
Okay.
So we are gonna have 4 games again. Like every matchup in this round robin group stage, it's gonna be a 1v1, a 2v2, a 3v3, and a 4v4 in that order as well.
Yes.
And the saves are always team random.
Exactly. Map Arabia, rival map normal. Okay, all looks perfect. Just let me check. Can maybe Cheese tell us if there is any trouble during this streaming?
I think he would have said so. Remember, it's Cheese and Toast. He's a bug tester. If there's
Okay.
something wrong, he's gonna tell you, okay?
Okay.
Actually, as at least two of the changes in my latest Illuminati version, which I've just uploaded today, a few hours ago actually, two of the changes were actually directly inspired by Cheese and Toast, suggested by him or a bug discovered by him. So shout out to Cheese and Toast for being a good bug tester.
Okay. So we will see something about Cheese and Toast in your gameplay. Nice.
Yes, we'll definitely see one thing about that Cheese and Toast put into Illuminati, or made me put into Illuminati, which is a second lumber camp in Dark Age.
Okay. Okay.
Which is something that was really sometimes hurting Illuminati when it had a bad lumber camp, especially on maps like Arabia, when sometimes there's the lakes messing up the woodlands.
Okay.
So we're gonna have a Turk war, and the AIs are very far apart from each other, being especially Barbarian very close to the map border.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And there's some big cliffs in the middle of the map too. This is kind of a weird Arabia. And then there's a lot of open space. Okay, Turks. Well, Illuminati doesn't really do anything special with Turks, at least not before the Imperial Age. It does actually have a unique strategy in Imperial Age, which is hand cannoneers and hussars, but before Imperial Age it just plays really, really standard Illuminati stuff. As that means a fuel rush with ranged units, and then crossbows in Castle Age trying to boom at the same time.
Okay, I think it's almost what every AI do is Turk.
Yeah.
Nothing special.
And Barbarian, I don't know. I know that Barbarian does have a scout rush with many civs.
Oh yes,
Turks might be one of them.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, it would be a typical Barbarian strategy. It's strange because it selected a very far forest regarding the placement of its TC. There was a forest very close.
That's true. Yeah, and Illuminati actually, the forests for Illuminati are a bit farther away, and that the red villager slumber camp is actually not ideal because there's a slope right there, so those villagers are going to be slowed down a bit by that hill. So I did test a few games between Illuminati and Barbarian, 1v1 in the last couple of days, and Illuminati didn't win any of the games, but some of them were really close. Like in Feudal Age and early Castle Age, Illuminati was able to keep up and sometimes even had a bit of an advantage, but along the game went on, then Barbarian just was better and better. But some of the games were close, and I think Illuminati, if it gets lucky with like a lucky fight on a hill or something like that, then it has a chance to win, especially in Feudal Age and maybe in early Castle Age.
Okay, and in your many tests, I'm not talking about the last one you did, but did you ever see Illuminati beating Barbarian once?
Sure, multiple times.
Okay.
Actually, it goes back far. It goes a long way back. Like when I was doing Illuminati 0.5, I think, which was when I just added Mayans, the second civ. Then I remember a win then, but that was still with the fast castle strategy.
Okay.
And I do think there were some regular wins too. The thing is, I don't test much versus Barbarian because Barbarian is like so much above everything else in skill that Illuminati doesn't have much chance to beat it. But I will definitely test against Barbarian more in the future because, as we all know, the best way to improve is to play against people who are better than you.
Exactly, yeah.
So Barbarian already in Feudal Age went up on 25 villagers, Illuminati going up on 26, so it's going to be 25 seconds slower to Feudal Age. And what is Barbarian going to do? It's actually building a stable, so we're going to see the scout flash.
Exactly, yeah. Very close to the lumber camp. And yes, as you said, Illuminati goes for archer range, second archer range.
And Illuminati has actually scouted the stable, which is why it made already 2 spearmen.
Okay, okay, it's a very important
Yeah, that's always important if you whether you scout the enemy stable, if it goes for a scout rush. Because if you don't, especially if your standard strategy is just a ranged unit flush, or even worse, a pure skirmisher flush, and you don't scout the stable to make any spearmen in response, then those scouts are gonna wreck your skirms.
Yeah. Let's see if Barbarian will be aggressive with his scouts.
Illuminati is already going on the offensive because it has more units, and it does have 3 spearmen, of course, leading the charge because it's got the stable. Here comes the scouts from Barbarian also crossing the map now. I don't think they're gonna quite see each other. I think they're gonna pass each other. Yeah, so looks like Illuminati and Barbarian are gonna attack each other's bases without the armies meeting.
Yeah, I think Barbarian will go back.
Yeah, now here comes Illuminati's army.
Yeah.
There's only two scouts from Barbie there to defend. They already went down, and now Illuminati can attack the villagers from Barbarian, causing a lot of idle time already. Actually, the villagers are fighting back with the spearmen, which definitely works with the spearmen, but there's also a bunch of archers there which can now kill the villagers.
Yeah.
And yes, you're right. Barbarian scouts did go back. They didn't do any damage to Illuminati, but Illuminati was able to do a good amount of damage to Barbarian already. So
yeah, in very
good advantage already. I guess this is what I was talking about getting lucky.
Yeah, on the gold mean, pretty good.
But now the scouts are gonna mob up the remaining arm from Illuminati here, so it's not much of an advantage from Illuminati, just a little bit of idle time, maybe 1 or 2 villager kills, but it can definitely maybe go somewhere. The thing is, all of Barbarian scouts are still alive now. Illuminati building a watchtower, but watchtowers aren't effective versus scouts. That's one thing.
Yeah, Barbarian did make a tower too, close to its first lumber camp. But it won't be really useful, I think, because maybe Illuminati will keep attacking on the same zone.
Illuminati anymore, and I don't think it will attack anytime soon because now Barbarian has a good-sized army. We just check the economy of the players. Barbarian. No, it's not. No. Of course, it's not quite close to going up the castle age. With the AIs, we expect a castle age time with civs that don't get any eco bonuses around 25-26 minutes.
Okay.
And so I guess one thing we could look at is the amount of farms. From Barbarian, we see about 10-12 farms. Illuminati has about the same. So not really an eco advantage here for either AI. Actually, Barbarian has 1 villager more than Illuminati, so I guess Illuminati had some idle TC time, probably because it made spearmen and skirmishers at the same time.
Yeah.
Also, Barbarian queues villagers in his TC. Illuminati only does that in Dark Age, not yet in Feudal Age or later ages. So those villagers from Barbarian are gonna come out a bit faster because there's no delay between a villager spawning and a new villager being started to create.
Yeah, as soon as at least the economy is stable, with many food gathered at that time.
Okay, now Illuminati saving up for Castle Age. Illuminati is actually going to get to Castle Age sooner than Barbarian, but Barbarian's now going on the offensive. It has a lot of scouts. I count 8 scouts and a ton of skirmishers and a few archers to support them as well. Illuminati Illuminati has like a bunch, I think 6 or 7 spearmen, so that's a good amount of spearmen if they can take out the scouts here, but it doesn't have that many ranged units. I think Barbarian has a good chance of winning this fight here, because it doesn't attack where Illuminati's tower is. Let's see where the army goes. It goes up to that hill, and then no, it attacks. Okay, let's see how this fight goes. The thing is, Barbarian does have a bit of a hill advantage here, and now Illuminati's army is kind of okay. The hill advantage is almost gone. Like the fighting isn't taking. Okay, here we go. Scouts going down. Those spearmen doing a lot of work. All the scouts are now dead. Now it's just a fight between the ranged units, and I don't know. The thing is, Illuminati had a lot of villagers that just went idle and went to garrison into TC, so that's a bit of economic damage done by Barbarian. But Illuminati had already clicked up to Castle Age a while ago. It's almost there. Barbarian still hasn't clicked up, and I think Illuminati will be able to defend here.
Yeah, but there are already many units coming from Barbarian.
You're right, Barbarian's sending more units. Now Illuminati is in Castle Age. Let's see what it can do. It's building a siege workshop and building a second TC immediately. Upgrading crossbow, upgrading botkin arrow. Okay, Barbarian's still keeping up the pressure.
This hill is hurting a lot.
This is actually, yeah. This game is going a lot like the last game I tested versus Barbarian, where Illuminati was faster after Castle Age, but Illuminati went really aggressive with a lot of scouts in Feudal Age. So it really delayed its Castle Age time and traded it for much more pressure in Feudal Age. And this is already working off here again. You see now, like, the Illuminati's villagers gathering inside the TC, they were idle for like a few minutes. That whole fight, they were garrisoning again and again. The Illuminati wasn't able to repel the attack completely. So Barbarian doing very good damage, but it's still not up to Castle Age. Now it's clicking up.
Okay,
so Illuminati,
yeah, it's messing a
the
lot
thing is,
military.
Illuminati couldn't really capitalize on that age advantage. It did get a second TC up, but because of how much idle time was caused by the attacks from Barbarian, I couldn't really say that Illuminati got any advantage out of that.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, Barbarian is now 8 villagers ahead of Illuminati, despite still being in Feudal Age. So it did also got some villager kills in there. Well, yeah, and part of it is of course because it's still researching it, so like its TC had more time to make villagers. Something I didn't consider because Illuminati had already spent the full time going researching Castle Age. Okay, Illuminati has 3 TCs. Barbarian is about to reach Castle Age now.
Okay.
Let's compare the villager numbers when it does. Yeah, okay, Illuminati does have a bit of an advantage. 2 villagers, but only 2 villagers. The thing is, it does already have the 2 TCs up, even building a 4th TC. There's some civs that builds 4 TCs, like more late game civs, like the Turks. So Illuminati does have a slight economic advantage, but here comes Barbarian again. And now it has crossbows, a lot of crossbows, and some light cavalry too. Let's see if it can do any damage here. The thing is, now Illuminati has so many mangonels and so many town centers all over the place, it will be harder for Barbarian to do any damage.
Exactly, yeah. This Illuminati needs to not lose that fast the mangonels.
Those mangonels, that's bad. Those light cavalry doing a great job taking out the mangonels.
Okay.
One mangonels after now, Barbarian's also adding some knights in the mix. It doesn't seem like Barbarian is gonna do too much damage here though. Illuminati should be able to defend this. Actually, the Illuminati doesn't have a great army because it made so many TCs and made so many villagers.
Yeah, it's exactly what Tribal wouldn't do.
Yeah, okay, so not really great from either AI. Illuminati didn't really have enough army to completely repel the attack, but Barbarian's attack wasn't strong enough to do much damage either. So I guess not very decisive, and Illuminati is still gonna have a little bit of an advantage, I feel like. Now Barbarian has 3 TCs, Illuminati already had 4 before that. Now Illuminati has only a 5 villager lead, but that's not gonna close anytime soon.
And do you think Illuminati wanna try to attack?
No, I don't think so. I think Illuminati is gonna keep on booming. I don't think there's any point in attacking right here, especially because Barbarian has knights.
Okay.
So because Illuminati isn't making any food units, it's gonna have a good economy. It has 4 TCs, it's only making crossbows and a few mangonels. There's no reason for it to attack here, because it's gonna have the better economy than Barbarian does.
I see that Illuminati made 1 stable. Is it gonna train some camels or something?
It might have tried to make some knights,
okay,
but it's not gonna do anymore now.
Okay, so it's really
Illuminati
focusing on economy.
Already has a 10 villager lead over Barbarian economically.
Nice.
So that's gonna help a lot. And now Barbarian is mounting another attack. Let's see how this goes, if Illuminati is able to defend again. Now, the thing is, Barbarian has a bunch of knights now, still making a lot of light cavalry too, and the rest is crossbows. And again, we see first mangonel of Illuminati going down to the single light cav.
Yeah, it's the target.
The Barbarian definitely doing a good job at taking out Illuminati's mangonels with its cavalry. Here we go, a little bit of a villager idle time, and Illuminati is not defending too great here. But like I said, those town centers in the front are gonna help a lot here in this defense.
Yeah, and this tower is pretty good.
Yeah. So Barbarian definitely had a better army here and more army, but again Illuminati just barely able to hold it off because Barbarian didn't have any battering rams, so it couldn't deal with the town centers that ran away.
Yeah, and I see already Barbarian going Janissary.
Okay, yeah, it's built a castle and going Janissaries now. And Barbarian isn't too far from going up to Imperial Age, but Illuminati is gonna be a bit faster. Just clicked up now.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I see that Barbarian is building many military buildings.
Yeah, Barbarian is still making a lot of light cavalry and getting more upgrades to husbandry. So it's gonna have a bit delayed Imperial Age time. Let's see if it can still do something. So Illuminati is gonna get up to Imperial Age, then it's gonna switch to, like I said, light cavalry, hussars even, and hand cannoneers. Of course, it doesn't need to get either the upgrades for those because they are free for the Turks. So it can stop pumping them out immediately. Barbarian is gonna go for the Janissaries, which are more expensive but have a slightly longer range.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's probably gonna upgrade them to an Imperial Age, which makes them even stronger than hand cannoneers. So okay, I'm gonna check the upgrades for Illuminati. Yeah, it's getting no, it's not getting any cavalry upgrades yet, curiously. It's getting Bracer now because it still has a lot of crossbowmen, and also it's gonna now it starts making hand cannoneers from all its archery ranges. It has 4, and now it's gonna make only has 2 stables, but the hand cannoneers are really the most important part of the army, I'd say. Illuminati also has a lot of battering rams, actually. It might actually attack you. Yeah, Illuminati is going for an attack.
Okay, nice.
Now Barbarian's also in Imperial Age, and those crossbows are gonna die to the castle. That's not good from Illuminati. Those crossbows are gonna die, and then Illuminati is probably gonna retreat long before the battering rams arrive. Yeah, now it's retreating again because it lost most of its army to the castle already. Anyway, its economy. Now Illuminati is also building castles. It already has 1 castle, building a second one now.
Yeah.
It started mining stone after it clicked up to Imperial Age. It's building more stables now too. Now also getting the cavalry upgrades. And here we go, Barbarian counterattacking, but again, no siege yet for Barbarian, and there's also a castle now in front from Illuminati. So Barbarian probably not gonna do much damage. Those hussars are kind of nasty though. If they get into the economy, they can really do a lot of raiding, but Barbarian isn't really doing that, they're just fighting.
Yeah. I was scared for Illuminati concerning the transition to the army in Imperial, but
okay,
it's fine.
has a trebuchet now, and if it keeps off the pressure here and can't be repelled, then it could take down the castle. But it seems to be retreating. No? Okay, it seems to be going back and forth to stay out of the range of the castle while the trebuchet is attacking, but Illuminati has a mangonel to take down the trebuchet. Perfect.
Yeah, nice. Okay, Illuminati is doing
Illuminati's
pretty
mangonel
well.
micro is also giving special priority to enemy siege, especially mangonels. So that's also something Barbarian does. So if both of these AIs have a mangonel fighting each other, they'll always take each other out. That's good mangonel micro from both AIs. But sadly, Illuminati's mangonel micro still doesn't work in team games, only 1v1 for now. Okay, yeah, so far game is very even. No AI has any considerable advantage here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and this game is already going over 15 minutes. And it doesn't happen often that you see a 1v1 versus Barbarian go that long. It definitely didn't happen in any of my tests. Any of my test games would have been over by now. But Illuminati doing a good job here.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a tournament game, so it's always different as test.
The thing now is, Barbarian also doing a typical Turk army with hussars and actually elite janissaries. These elite janissaries are better than hand cannoneers. And the Illuminati also making janissaries but hasn't upgraded them to elite because it's not making enough of them.
Yeah.
And now it has 2 trebuchets again, and they're gonna take down the castle, I think, because now Illuminati won't be that easy to defend. There's now, the castle is going down with this shot. And here we go. Let's see if Barbarian can push it to victory. There's still 1 more castle from Illuminati and a bunch of town centers still. And yeah, I think what's really doing a good job for Barbarian is that it has so many hussars, that they're capable of overrunning Illuminati's army. Just getting in there, killing all the siege, killing all the ranged units.
It stalls your gold mine at the north of the map from a long time.
Yeah, and those hussars are also fully upgraded. I think Illuminati didn't get bloodlines. Oh, it did. Okay, I must have seen that wrong. I think it didn't get it early enough though. But yeah, now Barbarian is winning.
Yeah, definitely. It's over, but it was really even.
Good, Illuminati could put up a very good fight here. That was very even, yeah. And yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna. My prediction is that Illuminati won't win a single game. And in the team games, I think it's going to be even harder for Illuminati than in the 1v1. I didn't test a single team game with Barbarian, so I don't know for sure. But I think Barbarian is just too good in team games, while Illuminati is still lacking too many things.
Yeah, 4 Barbarian is always harder than only 1.
Yeah.
Okay, let
Okay,
me check
GG.
the
That was a
statistic.
very good game.
Yeah, it was very good.
Turkish Spearman. Yeah, Jesus does. It was free range though. That's okay.
So, we are starting pretty soon the 2 versus 2, which is basically a double 1 versus 1. So maybe a
Unless you
small
get doubled.
chance for Illuminati.
Yeah, it could have a chance, like similar to the 1v1, but because even in the 1v1, Barbarian is definitely better. I still don't expect Illuminati to win this one.
Okay.
Actually, Illuminati hasn't like if you watch the statistics in its earlier games versus Juggernaut and versus Tron, it lost the 1v1 and 2v2 versus Juggernaut, and it won all the 3v3s and 4v4s. Which is yeah, kind of not what you would expect from Illuminati, but still, it, it's
Oh
also
yes.
one thing that's always kind of making things a bit weird is I always think that Illuminati's team game is much worse than its 1v1, and that's true objectively, I would say. But considering that most other AIs have no team game at all or only very bad team game, that's kind of still means that Illuminati is relatively to other AIs very good in team games and not as good in 1v1s.
Okay, it could be an explanation, in fact.
It's just yeah, it always depends on the competition, of course.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm ready. Are you?
Yes, we can go into the 2v2 right now.
Yeah, 2v2. Let's start.
Here we go. We have Mayans and Koreans. Oh, this is
Oh,
going to be interesting. Koreans, another very standard Civ, a bit of a late game Civ, so a very standard gameplay, which Illuminati is good at, and we can probably see. Let's see if it's Mayans versus Mayans.
no,
It is
it is
no,
Mayan
it's Mayans
against
versus
Korean.
Koreans. Okay, that's gonna be a bit weird. If it would be Koreans versus Koreans, I would have said that it would be very even between Illuminati and Barbarian on that flank. With Mayans, Mayans versus Koreans, I'm not sure. That's definitely on both flanks a big advantage to the Mayans. There's no
Exactly,
question about
yeah.
that. So we could see this game quickly turn to a 2v2 and to a 1v1 if Illuminati is able to beat Barbarian, which I think it should be with Mayans versus Koreans.
Yeah. And I think Mayan can be a sweet civilization for Illuminati.
I don't really know. I haven't tested it that much, but yeah, it's definitely a good Civ because it's a crossbow Civ, and
Yeah.
Illuminati loves crossbows.
And Barbarian shouldn't go Scout Rush this time,
Well,
so
it could do with Koreans. There's no reason
North
not to.
Korean? Well, I would be
Oh wait.
surprised.
Oh no, you're right. Koreans don't even have bloodlines, so probably not.
Yeah,
You're right. You're right.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it will go just range units.
I always forget that Koreans don't have bloodlines. And yeah, we already see again in this game that the the players, the enemies aren't that far apart, and the teammates are kind of a bit farther apart. So it's not really, yeah. So it's definitely gonna be more like two 1v1s,
Yeah.
and I don't think we're gonna see anyone crossing here, unless there's bad scouting, of course, which can always happen.
And do your AIs help each other in 2 versus 2?
No, I don't think so. Not at all.
Okay, so it's your side. It will be really a 1 versus 1.
1 versus 1. I don't know if Barbarian has something like that.
Barbarian, I already know that they help
It does.
each other's. Yeah,
Okay, so if Illuminati's Mayan flank beats the Korean Barbarian, then Barbarian's Mayans will probably come and help out.
exactly. So your Korean need to survive a long time.
Oh, look at yellow. It had a bad warrior there. Like that boar was kind of stuck behind the tree trunk, and it was shot by a villager that was on the other side of it, and then more villagers were coming helping it out. That's why the boar went down so far from the town center. for yellow there. It's gonna be a bit of a bad dark age, and it is the Mayan barbarian.
Yeah, we will need to report it to the max.
Yeah, reported.
Come on, what happened with the barbarian? Critical bug.
Oh, yeah, there was another bug that, of course, he knows about the scout bug. We've probably also seen that in some of the games on stream here, where the barbarian scout gets stuck on an enemy tower and runs back and forth until it dies.
Oh yeah.
That's another barbarian bug.
So it looks like the yellow explorer is going to find blue. Yep. Okay, blue is already found.
Yeah, blue found yellow too, and red is gonna find green. Yeah, red's found green, and green didn't find red yet, but I think it's gonna find it. So there shouldn't be any scouting problems this time.
I'm sad because I would have liked to see a double burst steal.
No. Don't do it. I don't like doubles. Okay, yellow had actually the fastest fuel edge time here, going up on 25. All the other players going up on 26 population. And it's gonna go, of course, for two archery ranges, being Mayans.
Yeah.
And green is also gonna go for archery ranges because, as we already discovered, Koreans aren't really good scout rush still. Actually, green doesn't have many farms yet. It built its blacksmith very early. I'm not sure if it's gonna have enough food, but I think it lured a lot of deer and still has sheep left. That's why it didn't build more farms. So it should be fine with its food. Okay, so let's see who's gonna attack first. Yellow is actually making pure archers, it looks like. So that could lose versus Barbarians skirmisher and archer mix from Koreans. But of course it is Koreans, and Mayans archers are so cheap that they could still win. And it's also making a few skirmishes now.
Yeah, well, anyway, I see skirmishers each side.
Yes, and green is also making skirm. So yeah, all players going for this same kind of mixed range flush.
Yeah, already starting an attack.
Yellow could also attack, but it chooses not to. Blue already built a tower in anticipation of that attack. And red is now going back because I don't know why. I think it lost the military advantage.
Oh, did red find green?
Yeah, of course it did.
Okay, because
it started an attack, but then it went back. I'm not sure why that is.
Okay. What do you think about the tower of red?
Of red, yeah, it's at that lumber camp, of course, because that's the camp that's closest to the enemy.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Like versus most AIs, I would have said it's bad tower placement, but versus Barbarian, which likes to attack kind of from the sides, that might not be that bad.
Okay.
Actually, green. The reason why red didn't continue its attack was because green also has about the same military numbers, so it didn't feel like it had an advantage there.
Okay.
So no one's attacking quite yet. Now yellow is finally going for its first attack. Let's see if that blue tower can help defend there. This does have a good location on a hill, on the gold mine in front of its base. And here comes the army from yellow.
It looks like yellow is going on your wood.
Yeah, but they might retreat from the tower anyway. No.
The tower didn't touch.
Those, all those units coming into the woodline now. So many villagers going idle.
Yeah.
Because that's both lumber camps there. And the Illuminati's army now finally here to defend, but no wooden come for Illuminati, at least for a while. Okay, now the army retreating though, and retreating through the tower, but it's not going to do that much damage to the skirmishers. Anyway, Illuminati is able to defend and only had a little bit of idle time here, but it was a lot of villagers that went idle.
Yes,
well, and on like the other side,
15 villagers. And yeah, red is doing absolutely nothing.
Yellow is actually close to going to Castle Age already.
Okay, that's pretty fast.
Red isn't. So yellow is definitely gonna have the fastest Castle Age time here of any player.
Okay, I'm pretty sure in fact it's already clicked. We're getting the score.
Yeah, it just clicked up. And green's also gonna be faster than the Illuminatis, I think. Yeah, green's gonna have still a better Castle Age time than red. So that's good advantage for Barbarian this time.
Yeah.
Because in the first game we saw Illuminati having a better Castle Age time, but that was because Barbarian made a lot of scouts in Feudal Age.
Yeah, and massed
And
many
this time it's
units.
not. So yeah, this time Barbarians are already also gonna have the age advantage, going up faster, and Illuminati is gonna be on the back foot, and that's pretty bad. Barbarian is gonna attack as soon as it feels it has the advantage, and at that time Illuminati probably won't be ready. And I think maybe this time even the Koreans could beat the Mayans from Illuminati, because it's Barbarian.
I think Yellow will go Eagles Warriors, because I see
Really?
two barracks. Yeah, he made
Hmm.
one extra
It
barracks.
has 2 barracks, but it's not training any Eagles yet. It's
Okay.
still now it's building more archery ranges too. I'm not sure. Maybe it wanted to go for Eagles. I'm not sure why it would build a second barracks unless it wanted to go for Eagles. So it probably did want to do it at some point, but then we see against it. And here comes the attack from Baron again. Now it can kill some villagers. And having the age advantage, it will be much harder for Illuminati to defend. Already got 3 villagers kills. There is at least a tower on the hill that we mentioned.
Yeah, it's running fine. Okay, it gives some delay to, yeah,
And now on
eventually
the
blue
other
is
side,
fine.
Green already also attacking red. Also having upgraded crossbows and elite skirmishers. So blue did manage to defend in the end, but it lost a bunch of villagers and had even more idle time. So a huge advantage for Barbarian at that flank. And on the other side, green decides not to attack after all, going back now. After red reached Castle Age, so not much happening there, but green of course was fast in Castle Age and had a second TC up earlier as a result.
I'm surprised by the fact that Barbarian didn't go elite skirmisher, only crossbows.
Well, if it
Oh
doesn't
yes,
plan on
it
making
goes.
more skirmishers.
Yes, it
Yeah,
did
now it's making
go.
some Eagle
Okay,
Warriors.
yeah,
A few at least.
okay.
Let me see if it keeps, yeah, it keeps making crossbows. So I guess it's still gonna focus more on crossbows and make some eagles to kinda, as a meat shield.
Yeah, when Mangonel, the second one.
Yeah, here we go, yellow comes around for another attack. It has a Mangonelna, but it's of course gonna be much slower to arrive, so it probably won't be a factor in this fight yet. Those Eagle Warriors definitely will be though. They can tank a bunch of this tower fire too, but they do decide to go for the villagers. It's definitely the right choice here, just doing economic damage.
Yes.
Barbarian already had the advantage here, and just with going up through the ages faster and having the faster boom. But Illuminati doesn't even have enough army to defend, so very good attack. Well, it does have enough army, but they weren't really defending at the start. So Barbarian already got even more villager kills, causing even more idle time. It's just gonna snowball out of control. That's already such a big advantage here. On the other side, it's still relatively even. I'm gonna check how much they differ actually, red and green, in their villager numbers. Green has 8 villagers more than red.
Okay.
So there's also an advantage for Barbarian there.
Yeah. Green and red never attacked each other
Nope.
till the start of the game. They are very peaceful. Okay, this is a fourth TC for blue.
Yeah, Korean's also one of the civs that builds 4 TCs. But it's probably not going to be of any help because yellow is going to keep up these attacks and they're probably going to keep doing more economic damage, as we already saw. Now here comes another attack from yellow. It's so aggressive and it's really paying off. No, it's making a bunch more mangonels. Okay, it's actually retreating again. So yeah, but still, there's a huge economic advantage for Barbarian, especially for yellow. And yellow is actually, well, it's almost fully boomed, I think. Yeah, there's 110 villagers already, and green also has 100 villagers.
Okay.
That's a big, big advantage. Illuminati is, how much is it behind? Yeah, both of them just above 80 villagers, so 20 to 30 behind.
Yeah, much advantage at least. Okay, so yellow is coming again. I think this time it won't retreat.
Yeah, well, it still might, but now it also has a battering ram, even garrisoned with some eagles, so it's gonna be faster. That tower shouldn't be a problem anymore. It's also TC now on the front, but Eagle Warriors also having a good pierce armor. And yeah, here we go. Here comes the Veteran Ram and the Mangonels from Barbarian. The tower and the TC are probably gonna go down. Illuminati has some army there to defend, but they're not really doing much. They're chasing after a single illegal warrior on the other side of the town. Not really helping here. And Barbarian going back. Green was actually the first one to Imperial Age. Yellow still isn't up. That's interesting. So because Yellow focused so much on its military, Green did go to Imperial Age faster, but Red took the opportunity to the attack now. Red is also in Imperial Age now.
Yes, just now, in fact.
Barbarian now has the Imperial upgrades, while Red still doesn't. So Barbarian's probably gonna win this fight. That's not good for Illuminati. It could have maybe taken advantage of that Green it was going up the Imperial Age and didn't have maybe, I don't know why Red actually attacked. Maybe it did feel like it had more military units than Green, but now that Green had the Imperial Age upgrades faster than Red, that definitely more than evened it out, and Green won that fight decisively and can now even counterattack.
Yeah, it's a bad movement for Red. Definitely.
Yellow is now also up to Imperial Age, and Blue still isn't. Blue, of course, being behind a lot because of how much damage it took from Yellow's attacks. And Green, let's see if Green can also win its side here versus Red. It looks really good for Green.
Yeah.
It probably won't do much damage here because Illuminati also has a castle here to defend and the mangonel.
As Mayan, Illuminati goes pure Arbalest?
No, it sometimes goes for Elite Eagles.
Okay.
And sometimes it goes for Arbalests and Plumes. Or Plumes, rather.
Okay, because I see Plumes, I see Arbalest, I see Eagles. Nothing clear, actually.
Yeah, I think it's doing everything right now. Like its main strategy is just Arbalests or Plumed Archers, which is pretty much the same in its mind, and it's making Eagles as a support, but they're not upgraded.
Yeah, okay.
So they're not really effective. It's making the Eagles because Green has so many skirmishers and so much siege.
Yeah, it can help anyway.
But they're not upgraded to Elite, so that's not good for Illuminati. And neither are the Plumed Archers. I guess in this case it's not good making too many different unit types because you're not getting the upgrades. I think Illuminati never decides to switch to full Eagles after it's already in Imperial Age. I think that's something I could add. If the enemy goes so heavily into skirmishes and siege as Green does here, then it should really switch to full Eagles. I think it would have won this side decisively if it had just done that. Switch to full Eagles here. If Barbarian would have kept at the same army composition. Yeah, it's still making only skirmishers and siege. That's of course good because Illuminati isn't gonna stop making Plumed Archers and Arbalests. Or at least Plumed Archers.
Yeah, and I see Barbarian going Elite Eagles Warriors.
Yellow, yeah. Yellow is attacking now again, has a lot of veteran rams, capped rams now. This attack should really be the one that finishes the game on this side. And Green, still on the offensive, has Onagers now. But not really making much progress here versus the castle of Red. But on the other side, Yellow is definitely winning.
Yeah. Yellow is close to come on Red pretty soon. As soon as Blue is dead.
Okay, well, it's a bit disappointing actually, I would say, for Red, Mayan Illuminati. Could have done a lot better, but yeah, like I said, one of the issues I already pointed out, that it's not switching to full Eagle Warriors when it should. Something I can definitely improve on. And yeah, also, like, funny thing is, Aztecs and Mayans were the first civs that I made Illuminati for, and since then I haven't really tested them much, funnily enough. So I should really readdress them. It's also like one thing where I wasn't really concerned about doing this game on stream just after doing an update, because I was expecting Illuminati to lose it anyway, and not even winning a single game. So I would really take this as an opportunity to see some of the things I can improve in Illuminati.
Okay, so it's already a good point. You already saw some details to modify. I think
Yeah.
what was the issue for Illuminati in this game is when red decided to attack green, I mean, prematurely, when it should have stayed home, the time it would have the Imperial research.
I'm not sure. I think that could have been a good decision. It's just yeah, that after Barbarian got to Imperial Age and got the upgrades, maybe then it could have immediately withdrawn. But I think the attack itself wasn't bad. I think the bad thing for Red was definitely not going for Eagle Warriors and keep making unupgraded plumes. And game over.
Yeah.
And for Blue, what was well, Blue definitely had the Sith disadvantage, so can't really expect much there. But also, I don't know how Blue could have done better. Definitely, yeah, the red thing's definitely something I can improve on.
Honestly, I would have liked to see Illuminati more aggressive.
That's not easy versus Barbarian.
Yeah, at least, yeah. But anyway, Promi against Barbarian do almost the same way. I mean, they both wait for the Imperial Age because it's so even.
Yeah, but but
AIs,
Illuminati wrecks Promi in 1v1
yeah, yeah,
because
we saw
Barbarian is
it
so
in
much better.
Davis Cup season 2. Okay, yeah, Barbarian had very good times to reach Castle Age, especially regarding the number of units trend in feudal.
What was the Yellow's castle each time?
24.
Okay, not perfect, but pretty good, yeah. Considering how much it attacked.
Okay, so I'm making the settings for the 3 versus 3. Okay, all team random. It might be fine. Are you ready?
Yes, I am ready. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. So, what are the civilizations?
Spanish, Saracens, and Koreans again. And the Spanish Illuminati is on the flank. This is gonna be good. You know what that means, right? Spanish Illuminati?
Okay. Oh yes, Barbarian side it will be Korean as pockets.
Oh wait, no, it's not. That's Barbarian.
Oh
Illuminati
yes, yes,
Spanish is
yes.
actually in the pocket.
Yeah,
So
sorry.
okay, it got lucky there. Okay, but one thing that we can see on the map is that teal is very close to blue. I don't think blue will attack teal in the pocket, but it definitely could. Well, it's gonna be tied up with purple, I guess. And blue is the Spanish one, Spanish barbarian. I'm curious to see what barbarian does with Spanish. I think it might go for a scout rush.
Yeah, I think it's yeah. I agree
And
with you. It
Saracens,
might go scouts.
we already saw in the 1v1 that it can do a scout rush with Saracens. So maybe we're gonna see even a scout rush from both flanks from barbarian.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, yeah, what I was talking about with Spanish Illuminati is that if Illuminati has a Spanish on the flank or just in a 1v1 or 2v2, it doesn't do a feudal rush. It's the only civ that Illuminati doesn't do feudal age with because it doesn't get the crossbow upgrade, so it would have a shit transition to castle age. So it just decides to skip the feudal age and goes for a castle drop, which oftentimes fails if the enemy is fast enough to attack.
Yeah, it's pretty dangerous to go that way at least.
It's definitely something, yeah. Spanish is definitely a problem still for Illuminati because of that missing castle age, feudal age, and because it doesn't have a good castle age transition. Maybe one day I implement a better strat. Maybe if I have a scout rush or something. Anyway, for now, Illuminati's feudal age is mostly just ranged units and a man at arms flush only with goths.
Okay. Well, tribal don't care about the problem. The Spanish don't have archers. Skirmisher and some archers are just what tribal pick as Spanish.
And in Castle Age it goes knights anyway. So
Yes.
that's not really that important either. That doesn't have the crossbow upgrade.
Yeah, exactly. It goes 100% knights.
It's also a thing that's still kind of missing from Illuminati is a pure knight strategy in Castle Age for the flanks and 1v1s. It actually has a, one very specific situation where it does a knight rush.
Really? What is it?
It's Mongols on Yucatan.
Oh, it's really specific.
Yeah, it has a really fast castle. I think it's definitely the only map and civ specific strategy Illuminati has. I don't know why I added that. It was just kind of for fun, adding the Mongols to the civ pool. And I was really more concerned with the AI ladder at that point, and because Yucatan is one of the maps in the AI ladder.
Yeah.
I added that one just because it's a neat strategy that Mongols can do on Yucatan.
Okay, so I'll try Illuminati on Yucatan as Mongol just to check.
I haven't tested it in a long time. I'm not sure how the strategy actually works out, but when I tested it in the first place, it was pretty good.
Okay, nice. Okay, so Barbarian. Oh, Barbarian goes range units.
Go for 2 archery ranges.
Yeah. Okay.
That's interesting. And red actually has a bit of a slow fuel age time.
Yeah.
And it's also
12
going
minutes
for
and
archery ranges.
it goes archery range. Okay.
And also its second archery range also delayed. So maybe Illuminati yellow here can do a bit of an early attack, but it's Korean, so it's not that fast itself.
Yes.
Okay, now teal is gonna click up to Castle Age. Oh, it's actually making another villager, so it's... Oh, Illuminati, teal didn't have enough wood to build a blacksmith right away. So that's gonna have a pretty bad Castle Age time.
It does have one blacksmith, one stable, so it might have clicked already. Teal, yeah. It has one blacksmith.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't have it fast enough. I mean, but green is even... What's up with green? Did you just see green's slow fuel age time?
Oh yes, it's pretty slow.
I mean, it's gonna spend less time in fuel age, of course, because it can get the buildings up, but it was so slow. How many villages did it make in Dark Age? That's insane.
Well, it's not that bad time anyway. It will go...
It is a very bad time.
It will go around 18 minutes, I think.
That is a bad time. That's an extremely bad time, mate.
Well,
considering teal's gonna have a 1340 about 1345 maybe or 1350.
Yeah.
And it had a bad kind of transition with having not enough wood to build a blacksmith. It could have been even faster. So I think green is really slow here.
Yeah.
But it's definitely gonna have the better economy once it gets there. That's one thing. And teal, let's see if teal can make a bit of a difference here with its first couple of knights. And the thing is with Illuminati's pocket knight rush, it's still not that strong. Still, like, does a bunch of knights at first, but then it kind of focuses too much on its economy later. And like, I noticed some AIs, like especially Juggernaut, that is like an extreme in the opposite direction. Like, it has extremely strong knight rush, but has almost no economy to back it up.
Yeah, that's true. Pockets. Yeah, it will delay a lot the building of extra town centers.
And we haven't seen any flank action here in this game yet. No one's attacking.
Blooded against purple.
Yeah, right.
Look at the tower of
some
purple.
Corpses around the tower.
Yeah, I think yeah, your pocket used to be very passive, and they don't help much their flanks. So against Barbarian it can be a problem because Barbarian is really aggressive in team games.
Let's see how it does actually. Green's not sending its first couple of knights out towards yellow.
It does
but
right
yellow
now,
also
yeah.
Yellow also has teal knights to defend.
Okay.
Because it's I guess both pockets deciding to have the same flank. That definitely makes the game more even. Not like one flank being blown out the water.
Well, look, they are attacking all together, red and green.
Yeah, that's really good coordination here.
Yeah.
Then let's see. Teal knights. Let's see how this attack goes. Now yellow and teal here together to defend. There's more green knights than teal knights. So it should be an easy fight for Barbarian, I think. Yeah, teal doesn't have enough knights. Yeah, teal already building its third town center now. Green is also building its third one, but it get more knights. So Barbarian's just better.
Yeah, it had like 8 knights, I think, against 4.
That's the thing, do with the fast castle from the pocket. Like if you make like 2, 3, 4 villagers more in Dark Age, you gotta be slower, like we saw, but the economy is maybe gonna be better to support more knights in early Castle Age.
Yeah,
So it
definitely.
doesn't have to be a bad thing. Yellow isn't Castle Age, that's a pretty good time, but it's not gonna help much because it's under such heavy attack. It might get this TC up at least.
Yeah, the TC will be built, but yellow will lose one more villager.
Yeah, but all the flanks are now in Castle Age. It's a really good time. I think in like 25 minutes everyone was already in Castle Age.
Okay, let's see what purple is going to do. It's starting an attack.
Yeah, purple is Saracens going for crossbows, and yellow Koreans also going for crossbows. That's just what Illuminati does.
Yeah, but
On the
purple
other side,
has a really advantage
yeah,
militarily.
purple has, yellow didn't get the elite skirmisher upgrade quick enough. So purple won that fight, but now the knights are coming in, and I'm not sure if Illuminati has enough crossbows. I think it should.
Purple is doing pretty
Yeah,
well against blue.
purple is a really good attack from purple at this side, but on the other side, yellow
Oh
is
yeah,
safe under heavy attack from red. After it lost its army to the green knights, that really opened the gates for red to do a lot of damage here. So yellow is in a really bad position, and now the green knights are coming to the other flank to
yeah,
help blue defend versus purple.
yeah. As
So
I told
really
you,
good for
yeah,
Barbarian.
Barbarian is really more active
It's good at
in team
helping out
games.
the player that needs it. Yeah, green's really dominating this game. First, creating the opportunity by attacking yellow together with red, just giving red the advantage there, and then switching to the other flank to help it defend. That's great stuff from the Barbarian pocket.
Yeah, great teamwork.
And at the same time, green even has 3 more villagers than tier, so even a bit better economy.
With many more knights. But Illuminati has its knights upgrade fully upgraded.
So now Tier's knights are also going towards blue, I think. Or where are they going? Actually, red's attacking Tier now. What's up with that? Does it think yellow's already done? Yeah, yellow is pretty much done. That's true. So it might as well attack Tier.
Yeah, look at the yellow TC.
That's all that's left.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a single village on that TC.
Yeah.
Just one.
But it's pretty well from Barbarian, keeping some crossbows close to the TC.
Yeah, and actually Tier helping to attack blue did a bunch of damage, but green is of course there to defend. So blue, yeah, it should be fine. Yeah, no, it's only green that's left.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that Teal might be close to reach Imperial. We are playing the 34 minutes.
It clicked up already 2 minutes ago. It's almost there. And
Okay.
green hasn't yet clicked up. Green making a lot more knights.
Okay, so purple needs to survive the time Teal will
Yeah,
make some
maybe.
damage.
If purple survives here, thing is now green's knights are coming. If purple survives, then teal has maybe a little bit of a chance to turn things
Yes,
around.
exactly.
This of course going for paladins, as from the Spanish pocket, and now it's going for its first attack. Looks like it's actually, is it attacking green? That could be good.
Yep, it's already focusing on green, you're true.
Is that the closest player really? But green has a castle there to defend. that's a bit of a problem for Illuminati, because those realms have a long way to go to that castle. But the knights at least have already full armor upgrades.
Yep.
Cavalry upgrade coming in. Of course, the cavalry upgrade is kind of slow. And the Illuminati realms might maybe arrive. Now Green's drawing back all its knights to defend. So let's see if it's able to defend here. Tier is definitely gonna have the tech advantage, but Barbarians has that castle there.
Yeah. Blue is attacked. Blue is attacking purple. But let's focus on green actually.
Yeah, I think Green can defend. Yeah, it can defend here because of that castle. It drew all of its knights back, and the Illuminati didn't quite have enough units to do the damage. And Green is now still not up to castle edge. It doesn't have enough gold income. I'm not sure if that's a bug or. Yeah, I think Green should have gone to Imperial Age a lot faster.
Yep.
I'm not sure why it isn't.
Well, it focused so much on military. I think it's not.
Yeah, but it had already 1,000 food for the last 5 minutes.
Okay.
It's just not getting enough gold. There must be some kind of eco bug. And Teal keeps up its attacks. It's also making some pikemen because Green has pure knights. Yeah, a lot of pikemen actually. That could do a good job.
Yeah.
The problem for Illuminati is just that yellow is dead and has been for a while, so it's a 2v3. But Illuminati isn't doing bad considering.
Yeah, I think red is red is in Imperial right now, and it will go probably Mamluk.
Yeah, you see, red was faster than Imperial than green, so green definitely had some kind of eco problem.
Oh yeah.
I mean, red is almost at pop limit. It's Saracen, so it has obelisks. It can have a lot of trash units. Just needs to upgrade them.
Yeah,
and as soon as it attacks Teal, then it should be game
castle.
over. I'm not sure why red hasn't attacked yet. I mean, it's not threatened itself. It should really help out its other players. Yeah, green is taking a lot of damage from Teal now, or at least a little bit. This castle, they're still doing a good job defending.
There is still this castle, but in fact, the economy is a little bit hurt.
Green doing a relatively good job here, defending, also making pikemen to fend off the cavaliers. And of course, halberdiers not being that great of an offensive unit, especially with the castle there. It's gonna mow down the halberdiers from Teal. So Teal not doing too much damage to green. And red, as soon as red attacks, which is right now, the game will be over.
Yeah, with a elite Mamluk, full upgraded. That's exactly what a Barbarian was waiting.
Okay, maybe. But yeah, again, I mean, in many aspects, it was a pretty even game. Just that Barbarian managed to decide one flank early on with its knight's help. But then, because Red didn't do much for the rest of the game until it got fully upgraded, Purple and Teal actually did a good job. That was really even on the other side.
Yeah, Purple did pretty good against Blue, but in fact, as you said, Green was.
Yeah, it had some kind of problem.
Yeah.
Not going to Imperial Age fast enough.
Okay, so Teal is first to GB.
Yeah, and Blue's now also in Imperial Age, also has Cavaliers, and pushing into Purple now. I don't think Purple even got to Imperial Age. No, it didn't. And Red and Green doubling up on Teal. So this game will be over very soon.
Yeah.
It's still a very interesting game. I definitely think the pocket from Illuminati can be improved, the pocket brush. As we saw from some other AIs, especially Barbarian, how strong that can be. It can make a difference. It can really win the flanks. And I tested a game 4v4s versus Juggernaut.
Yeah.
And there I saw the thing which I mentioned, that Juggernaut it goes extremely all in from its pockets. They just go full knights and don't even build a second TC for a long time.
Exactly, yeah.
And the first game, Juggernaut won because it not only managed to kill the flanks, but also one of the pockets from Illuminati.
Oh, because it's really aggressive, yeah.
Yeah, and in the second game, Juggernaut only managed to kill one flank and no pocket, and so it had no chance in the late game because Illuminati had a much better economy and was in Imperial much faster.
Okay, interesting. I think yeah, the way you can improve Illuminati as pocket is maybe to make it more aggressive in early Castle Age, maybe
Yeah,
because
maybe we give it a bit more coordination. Like we saw Barbarian switching its flanks to the one that needed it most, after giving one flank the decisive advantage and having to defend the other.
yeah,
And
but
just, I think it's
anyway, you can have the best coordination, but if you got only 4 knights against
yeah,
10 knights,
definitely.
it won't work. Okay, so great game, enjoyable.
And only have one game left. So far, everything kind of going to plan. Barbarian winning every game, but at least we have some interesting games. Illuminati putting up a fight at least.
Yeah. Okay, so the 4 versus 4 is going to start pretty soon. Let me fix the settings. I still remember your first version of Illuminati, like 5 years ago.
No, not 5 years ago. It was
No,
2 years ago. It
really?
was January 2015. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, it was an Aztec AI, which
Yeah.
which went. I remember the crazy monks
Yeah, it went
running all
past
over.
castle. It
Yeah,
almost always went past castle, and then it did. Sometimes it did Eagle Warriors. Sometimes it did Monks and Siege.
yeah. And what I remember is the end of the games when the whole map was
Yeah.
covered of.
Hold on. If Illuminati won a game, it was always like the entire enemy town was just converted to Illuminati's color
Yeah,
because it converted all the
exactly.
buildings.
Yeah,
Yeah, those were funny times.
yeah. But it was already pretty strong.
Yeah, it was pretty strong. And
Yeah,
it's kind of one thing that's kind of sad is that all those strategies are lost now because Illuminati doesn't do an Aztec fast castle anymore. Maybe
yeah,
I'm gonna re-add some of them, but I'm not sure that would even be viable with all the strongest AIs being flushers. And if it just has a bad gold mine, then it has no chance of even getting to its strategy in Castle Age because it just gets flushed and loses.
yeah. When I used the AI before being myself a scripter, I used to use AIs in Hardest,
Okay.
and Illuminati in Hardest is really crazy. Was
It's funny.
crazy
I've
with
never even tested a single game in hardest, but I can imagine that the fast cast is especially strong.
exactly, yeah. It was like Castle Age a minute 5.
So we have a Mayan in this game. We have Britons, Japanese, Mayans, and Koreans. And the Illuminati Mayan is in pocket, and the
Okay.
Barbarian Mayan is on the flank. So we're gonna see if Illuminati can make a bit of a
Yeah, come
difference here
on.
with a good Eagle Flood.
Nice.
Maybe. Let's see.
So it will go boom Eagle Warriors, right?
Yeah, it's three
Nice.
TCs Eagles.
Okay. Oh, it can be really interesting.
And one thing I've noticed though is that I think it should be a bit faster than it is. I think in my test games it had like a 31-minute Imperial Age time. I think that can definitely be improved to like 30, 29 minutes maybe.
Yeah, I see Promi going well with Aztec, which is kinda better, but
It's faster at
it
least, yeah.
yeah, it goes around 29 minutes Imperial.
It's definitely on the top of my to-do list because that was also something I noticed from other test games. Actually, after this game, I'm gonna go right back to scripting because I'm in the vibe now. I just kind of got back into scripting more into Illuminati, improving it, and like now I kind of figured out how my AI works again and how I'm working on it, and
Yeah,
I'm back in the mood for scripting. So I'm gonna make a lot more improvements in the next weeks, I hope.
nice.
And who knows how long it will take until Illuminati is number one.
The
2197.
the to-do list might be very a lot to do, I mean.
Oh, blue has a bit of a problem here. It only found 4 sheep. At least now it's trying at least to lure its deer. but a lot of villagers on berries because it only found 4 sheep. And it's a big problem for blue. Actually, I'm not sure why it decided to start luring its deer before it found more sheep. Maybe because it took too much time to find the sheep.
Yeah,
No,
maybe,
at least the first
yeah.
deer is coming in, so it will prove a bit of hope. But 9 villagers in the berries. No, only 8, but that was pretty bad. So blue's gonna have maybe a bit of, well, maybe a relatively slow fuel time. Yeah, it's not gonna have enough food to click up, I think.
I guess that it's
No,
already
it's fine.
it already has eaten the 2 boars, no?
Yeah, it has. But it's fine. It's fine. It's not. It didn't idle as much as I thought. So the flanks here.
I think orange is having a very good time when I see all the deer close to the TC.
Orange is Mayans.
Yeah.
It is, but it's going. It went up on 26 pop, so it's not going to be much faster here.
Oh, okay.
But
Yes.
mine's definitely a good sieve for Barbarian, as you saw in the 2v2.
Yeah.
And going for archers, of course. And a few skirms. And on the other side, Japanese Barbarian also going for ranged units. So no crazy scout rush this time. Okay, so definitely what we'll see this game is the flanks, as we already said. We're going for range splash, standard, and the pockets, both from Barbarian, which are Britons and Koreans going for a night rush, and one of the Illuminati flanks going for pockets, the Korean one going for a night rush, and the Mayan one trying to go to Imperial Age and do an eagle flood. So in the Castle Age, like for the first like 30 minutes, Barbarian's gonna have a huge advantage before the green eagle flood hits.
Exactly, yeah.
Then's the question, how much damage can green do? Can it turn the game around? And how long will it take for Barbie to stop it?
I think red will have to survive in 1 versus 2 a long time.
Oh, this is gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Because it's, well, yeah, we already see that it's not doing well in the feudal fight here. Like, looks like Gray has already the upper hand, and as soon as the purple knights start coming in, it's gonna be a big problem on this flank.
And I think purple won't waste its time against red if red is close to die pretty soon.
Might just go straight for green and attack it before it goes to before it reaches Imperial Age.
Yeah. But well, we are writing the story before it happens, so let's see.
Sometimes you can predict it, but crazier things have happened than this turning around. Well, at least Gray isn't doing any damage to Red's economy, at least not yet, just taking the lumber camp. And the tower is kind of in a good spot to make Gray's army keep retreating. But Gray doesn't have much army to defend, so as soon as now it's sending its army there, it's gonna lose its army as well, and Purple's knights are gonna come in soon, I hope, and then it's gonna be game over for Red.
Yeah.
On the other flank, Yellow is sending its knights to Blue's base to help defend there, but Barbarian isn't attacking yet. And now come the Purple Knights to Gray's town, and there's nothing to defend. Sorry, they should go to Red's town. Actually, Red kind of is counter-attacking because it had more skirmishers and the Gray more archers, but now the Knights are gonna wreck them easily.
Yeah. Okay, too bad for Red to see those knights coming right now. I was surprised to see what would happen without those knights.
Okay, so now the knights are here. No, still not. Okay, now Gray still has its army up. Now that they're attacking together, Gray and Purple are, like we saw in the previous games, good coordination. At least, and the knights don't care about the tower, they're just gonna go straight into Red's economy and start killing villagers. What are they doing? They're retreating again? It's weird. I don't know, I think Blue should be doing more damage here than it is. purple. And on the other flank, like Grey has a large army of skirmishers and archers, but Yellow is helping to defend there, and Teal also sent its knights, but now Barbarian is retreating, so it doesn't like its chances. Kind of even on that flank, I would say. But Red in 1v2 is definitely in a lot of trouble. Now that both of those llama camps are idle, and I don't know why the knights keep retreating. They shouldn't be scared of the tower.
You're talking about the purple, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about
Yep.
purple knights.
Yeah, that's true. It's curious.
Like they really shouldn't care. It seems like as soon as the tower's garrisoned, the knights retreat.
Yeah.
When they really shouldn't. They should just wreck it. It's just wasting its time. The longer they take to take down red, the more time green has to eagle flood. That's really the point here. Now the knights are going in finally. But there was a few minutes wasted, I would say.
Okay, red is eventually cancelled at 25 minutes.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because it's dead.
Yeah, so now let's see if green will be attacked before it Imperial.
So on the southern flank it's relatively even, like Barbarian attacked a few times but didn't do much damage. Illuminati was able to defend 2 versus 2 there with the knights from the pocket. And red has pretty much fallen. It's really just a matter of, like you said, are Grey and Purple gonna attack Green in time?
Yeah.
Green will now click up the Imperial Age just now, so it's gonna have a bit over 30 minutes, about 30 minutes. How much is the Imperial Age transition? 240, right? Or
yeah,
or more,
yeah,
or 320.
Or I think it's 320. Yeah, it's 320, I think.
So it will be 30 and a half minutes, I think.
Yeah, it's weird to see teal coming on red. It crossed the world map.
Oh, that's bad actually. I really hope it's gonna go for green. It really needs to. Like attacking red at this point is useless because red's already dead pretty much.
Yeah.
Like at this point, it's just wasting that time. That's 3 players attacking the same red that's already dead. Like both of the pockets with the entire army of knights. Not doing much except attacking the player that's already dead.
Yeah.
Now green is almost an Imperial Age. Already has a lot of barracks making Eagle Warriors. It's gonna upgrade them immediately. Already has the resources escrowed up.
Okay, it's critical. It's a critical moment.
Yeah, this is it. Here we go. Elite Eagle Warrior upgrade coming in. Let's see when it attacks. It might not even lack its chances for attacking because, well, it should, because it doesn't. The other enemies, the barbarians, have so much population.
Okay, Elite Eagle Warrior is upgraded right now.
Yeah, and Plate Mail also coming in.
And blue is doing a good job on orange, but teal is coming.
Yeah, actually blue doing a really good job.
Yeah, but
that's
yeah, but
it's doing the offensive.
Yeah.
And here come the Eagle Warriors.
Exactly.
Let's see where they go first. Looks like they're going towards Grey.
Actually, things are going very, very well for Illuminati.
Let's see. Yeah, you're right, because they wasted so much time on red that green had the full time to get to Imperial Age. Now the Eagles are coming in. It's a 3v4, sure, but it's Elite Eagles.
Exactly.
Here we go. They do have +4/+4, so 8 pierce armor. They are gonna be basically immune to those crossbows and those town centers from Grey, and they're gonna come streaming in now in huge numbers, and capped rams as well to take down the town on the back of it as fast as they can to move on to the next player soon. Let's see. Purple's knights here to help defending, but that's not gonna help much because there's a lot of Eagle Warriors. Yeah, this is good stuff from green here.
Yeah.
Also a few Eagle Warriors, I think. No, it's just a scout. I'm sorry. I thought it was also attacking orange at the same time. That would have been great, but it's just a scout. Siege rams now have arrived at Grey's town. Gotta take down the town quickly here. First town center already gone.
Yeah.
Now purple has a lot of knights there to defend though, so it did kind of kill all the eagles. It's gonna take a while before more come in. Now green also adding some pikemen.
Exactly, just what I saw. Yeah. What about the economy of yellow? I see that it's building extra range units. It might
green
go
just switched to archers.
faster.
It's not making eagles anymore.
Oh,
it is.
What's that? Skirmishers, come on.
Oh no, it's making kind of everything. Oh, it's doing the everything again.
Come on.
Something that needs to be improved. It's yeah, it shouldn't be making this many counter units. Like one thing I did in I think 0.9 was that before that it started making counter units immediately. Like I gave it like a 5-minute window or so in its Eagle Rush, in its Eagle Flood, where it's not making any counter units and only starts making them later. But it shouldn't. Well, it should really be making pure Eagles. You're right, for a much longer time.
Yeah.
So yeah, Gray did lose all its TCs, I think. So it did accomplish at least that.
Oh yeah, it deleted all its farms.
Yeah, so all TCs gone from Gray. So that kind of evens it out to a 3v3 at least.
Yeah,
So you
but
must fight Orange on the other flank now.
yeah,
Orange is an Imperial and has elite Eagles of its own. So now Blue is gonna be overrun just like Gray was.
yeah. That's why I was asking you what was the economy of
Yeah.
yellow, but
Okay.
yellow is a bit too slow to help.
Yeah, Yellow is an Imperial Age now,
No.
but it's making a bunch of Onagers. They're not gonna be too useful versus the elite Eagles. And only one castle, now building a second one. It wants to go for war wagons mainly.
Green really need to attack purple right now. Oh, purple has long
Oh
bowmen.
god, that's good.
That's good for Illuminati.
No, that's good for Barbarian. Well,
Well,
the longbows aren't too bad versus Eagles. They do at least 2 damage. That's better than Arbalest. And it's also making a lot of two-handed swordsmen and soon to be champions, I guess.
oh yeah.
So that's gonna be a problem. Green, yeah, it's still wasting time kind of cleaning up Gray there. And even Red making military units. That's also something that I need to change. It's a problem that many AIs have.
Yeah.
But, after they almost die, like a flank, being brought down to like 10 population, they keep making military units and just instead of just focusing on rebuilding.
Yeah.
So Red could have rebuilt a bit more here. Now Green's actually switching to Orange of all people, the other Mayan.
Yeah.
I think Orange is focusing. No, Orange also is making elite eagles and plumes both. And yeah, it already went past blue and it's attacking yellow now.
Yeah. Hello,
Yellow is
both champions.
also making 200 swordsmen to counter the eagles. And now green is attacking purple. It seems to be switching all over the place, but purple has so many champions and elite longbows to back it up that I don't think green has a chance here versus purple's army.
Yeah, the game is a 3 versus 2 for Barbarian.
Almost a 2 versus 2. Yeah, no, you're right. 3 versus 2. Sorry, I was yeah, 3 versus 2 exactly. Blue, red, and gray are basically or almost dead.
Yeah.
I think red's actually the best out of them because it had a bunch of time to rebuild. But it's still so far behind anyone else. It shouldn't really matter. I don't think green is doing much at this. Teal is doing much at this point. I haven't seen any teal units in a while.
Exactly. Yeah. That's strange.
It's only now going up to Imperial Age. It's gonna have an over 50 minutes Imperial Age time as a pocket. That's a problem. What's going on?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know what's going on with Teal. Did it? Let me check something. Oh, it slung Orange. 30,000 resources to Orange. That's
Okay.
why Orange was so fast to Imperial Age and had its own elite eagle so fast.
Aha.
That makes sense.
Barbarian.
That's cheeky.
Always so surprising. Okay, nice.
Yeah, god damn it. Not bad. So Teal, it didn't outright sling it from the start of the game. It did do what is expected from the pocket, just do a night rush first.
Yeah.
But then it started slinging it after it boomed itself, sent all its resources to Orange. That's actually a common strategy in human games as well, just sling the Mayan because Mayans have the strongest military.
Yeah, it's why we like Barbarian. It's so versatile. It can adapt in any situation.
Yeah, slinging the Mayans always a good strategy, and it's working. It definitely worked on that flank.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were kind of wondering why Blue was doing so well early on because there weren't many Teal Knights around. because teal was kind of focusing on its boom and then slung all of its resources to orange, which then had a really, really strong early Imperial Age and overran blue. But on the other side, yeah, red lost early and green kind of retaliated with its elite Eagle Flood. But then what decided the game was the teal slinging orange, I would say. Like orange made the difference. I mean, green's making a ton of elite plumes now. Yep. So those champions are gonna be useless. And I think purple is still making champions.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know why. It really shouldn't be versus plumes. But not that it matters much. Now yellow's town is also gone, overrun by orange, and only green's left pretty much.
I see, yeah, I see some Eagles Warriors from green. It would explain why purple went champions.
Yeah, okay. It's your right. Some Eagles. Okay, yeah, definitely a very interesting game. We saw some different strategies here, especially the orange one on the bottom flank made all the difference. Being slung by its own pocket.
Exactly. Teal slinging orange was really not predictable after 30 minutes of the game.
When did orange actually go to Imperial Age? 37 minutes. So that wasn't a great Imperial Age time, but it, being a flank, it had of course the whole feudal fight, and then it started getting slung. I think it only started getting slung after it clicked up to Imperial probably. Yeah. So that purple did purple have more villagers? Teal, I mean, yeah, Teal had 178 villagers. So that's really the sling the Mayan strategy. You almost boom to 200 villagers and sling all your resources to the Mayans, who just goes full military. That's a good strategy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Good stuff from Barbarian, really. But very interesting game. At least we saw the Illuminati Eagle Flood in effect, and well, it did kind of work. Like the top flank was relatively even for a long time. Yeah. Both of the flanks going down, red first, and then the green Eagle Flood taking down gray. But on the other flank, the Mayan Barbarian won the game, and GG.
Okay, GG Illuminati. Barbarian played greatly. I never change the score of those games, so it stays 0-0.
Yeah, okay. 0-0. Well,
yeah.
Illuminati didn't lose the game.
Okay. Sorry about it. So let us check the bracket and fix it. So we got 4-0.
Yeah, you should put the AIs in Group B in the order of points, I think.
Yep. So Barbarian has already 16 points. And okay, 7 lows for Illuminati, but at least 9 win.
Yeah, as you see now, Juggernaut has more points than Illuminati, but in the last journey, like every AI has one game left in this round robin group stage, and Juggernaut's game is versus Barbarian, so it will have a hard time even getting a single point there. While Illuminati's game is versus Mininaut, which we expected to win most of the games, or if not all of the games. So we still expect Illuminati to make it through in second place of the group and make it to the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, for having tested recently Illuminati against Mininaut, Illuminati wouldn't have problem against Mininaut.
Yeah.
Shouldn't
have. Mininaut is of course a mini AI, and we actually see it doing pretty well here again because of AIs which are really bad in many settings, like Tron and Eagle's Revenge.
Yeah.
Which just lose even to mini AIs. Like this group, there were 3 really bad AIs in this group. Let's just say that. But at least Illuminati Juggernaut was some interesting games, and versus Barbarian. Yeah, this game of course was probably the closest challenge for Barbarian, but it still is undefeated.
Yeah, still undefeated. after already 2 Davis Cup completed, and this third one, it's kind of amazing.
And in Group B, the group is actually being topped by Tribal, which just 4-0'd the Horde last game.
Yeah,
Very
but
unexpectedly.
but some games are not played in this Journey
Of course.
4, so it's not
Who has
really
played more games
representative.
there?
I think
Yeah, so Promi is probably can overtake Tribal after this game.
Yep.
So it's still a battle, but Promi has the harder game in the last journey. So I would say it's a battle between Promi and Tribal Warrior for the first slot, and I think the other one is going to take the second one. I think it's Promi and Tribal going through in that group, but it's not decided yet. Still, things can happen.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, and exactly. Yggdrasil can be a problem.
Yggdrasil can be a challenger, yeah, because Yggdrasil has some very easy games left, especially it can farm some points.
Yeah.
We could even see a tiebreak in this group.
Yeah. We need a tiebreak anyway. And I think it won't happen in Group A, so it might happen in Group B.
Why do we need a tiebreaker? Do you just want to see a 2v2v2 or what?
Yeah, yeah. In fact, it's what I told you in the last streaming. It will be amazing. 2v2v2, Promi, Yggdrasil, Tribal.
I wonder how the AIs are gonna do in that. Like, free for all settings aren't something that's tested a lot, and I think it's not even a competitive setting. But with a team free for all, 2v2v2, that's gonna be even crazier.
Yeah, would be really, yeah, great. Okay, so